Hi, good morning. Good morning. This is Charles Coachman with Coachman on Real Estate. It is Tuesday, November 10th, and I've got a very special guest coming on board. I also wanted to give a couple of shout outs real quickly to some friends that are having birthdays. Justin Benton out of Southern California. He has a company called 101 Hemp CBD oil, and him and his wife put this together for his son that was suffering from autism, and they have done a spectacular job with their son. So Justin, happy birthday. And then Marlene Cavello, who works with Chicago Titles, a sales rep. Marlene, thank you for everything that you've done for me over the last few years, and happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you both. Have a great day. Now, I am going to be bringing on in just a moment a friend of mine, Rob Bates, who works with Taps Termite. And Rob has, I think I've known Rob at least a dozen years. Met him through some other pieces of the real estate business as he was working through there. And Rob is just a heck of a nice guy. And once he got into termite and inspections, I've been using Rob for the last few years, and I just know that he does a great job. And on top of that, he's a good guy. So, no further ado, welcome Rob Bates. Let's bring in. Good morning,
Hi.
Rob.
Good morning, Charles. How you doing?
I'm doing terrific, man. How are you doing today?
All right, fantastic.
Hey, I just want to add a quick comment here. If you would like to leave a comment for us, please go on to StreamYard at StreamYard.com/Facebook. That will allow them to use your picture, and you can join us and make comments. Rob, let's jump right in.
Right on.
Rob, why don't you tell me about where you were born and raised?
You know, I was actually born in Barstow, California, down in Southern California, right in the smack dab of the Mojave Desert. Very hot down there. Yeah, for sure, Death Valley. But yeah, I was a military brat as a kid. Kind of lived all over the place. I don't remember, but as a baby, I was on Guam for a while, and we moved back and forth around the United States, and then kind of got settled into Gilroy in my high school years, and ended up graduating Gilroy High School.
Oh, awesome. I love Gilroy. I had a small business there myself. Hey, so after high school, what did you do? Go to college, or did you do something else?
You know, I jumped right into the military. So at that time, it was the right decision for me. I was always adventurous kind of deal. Me and a couple of my friends, we were like, hey, let's go in the military. But I wanted to do something really cool, and I was always athletic and playing sports growing up. So I decided, let's go be an airborne ranger. So I wanted to jump out of planes and have some fun and excitement that way.
Wow. So did you become an airborne ranger?
I did, yes. I was stationed in 3rd 75th Ranger Battalion out of Fort Benning, Georgia. So I stayed in Georgia for a while. Beautiful country. Got to travel. Got to go all over the place. Got to kind of see it from the sky down. But it was a lot of fun. You know, we had a blast. It was intense. But you know, I'm proud to serve my country, and happy Veterans Day to all you veterans, brothers and sisters in arms tomorrow. So yeah, definitely was a great experience.
Wow. Okay. I didn't realize that you were a ranger, but I did realize that you were a vet. So thank you for your service. Thank you for your sacrifice for all of us. And I certainly want to recognize all the veterans as it's Veterans Day tomorrow. And so
yes, sir.
God bless you all, because we wouldn't be the country we are without you.
Right.
So I really appreciate your service, and you're a good guy on top of it. So that's even more awesome.
Thanks, sir.
Hey, I wanted to let's go ahead and get right down into this then. Tell me about some of your business experience that eventually led you to Tap Termite?
It was quite an experience. The military, I wanted to have some kind of job skill as well, so I signed up as a communications specialist. Became the commo sergeant. Was into all kinds of neat stuff with satellite radio communications. Of course, this was back in the 80s before internet and cell phones and all that kind of stuff. So it was interesting growing up and seeing all the technology that really changed our world. So when I got out of active duty, I actually went and got my degree at Hild Institute of Technology and got my specialized degree in computer science. And then I became a systems engineer for Silicon Graphics out of Mountain View, right here in the Bay Area. And that was amazing. It was just amazing to see the technology, building supercomputers. I having the background and the clearance that I have, I actually got to install one of the first mega systems at Moffett Field back in the day. It was a 256 processor, big old Cray system, so getting into the supercomputing and stuff. But I then from there, I kind of went into I love working with people. I got on the trade show circuit. So I was traveling around the country, and I was just demoing computers and computer software and teaching people how to use it. So it was a really exciting time back then. Kind of in the I guess it was right at the late 90s, right at late 90s. A buddy of mine got a job at a title company here in the Bay Area, and they were just getting into technology. And he kept saying, "Rob, come on over and you got to check out the real estate industry. They need tech guys, man. They need guys like us to help train on computers and technology and stuff." So I went and looked at it. Took my sabbatical from SGI, came back, started messing around with creating little websites and doing some stuff and helping customers create their websites. And again, back in 1998, 99, and then I actually left and I got hired on the spot with a title company here in town. So 20 years ago, this is my 20th year actually in the real estate industry. So I fell in love with teaching technology, fell in love with helping clients, helping real estate agents get more clients. So that was my thing. Worked for title companies, and then back in 2006, back in the market turn back then, there was a lot of writing on the walls, and next thing I know, people are looking for jobs all over the place, right? And so a website company. And again, 2005, 2006, websites were just kind of hitting the real estate industry, right? So I went to work for a website company selling real estate websites, and I just absolutely loved it. Again, it was right there. I fell in love with being able to teach agents how to use websites, what to do. IDX, searching for properties was the new thing, pocket listings, that type of stuff. So just entrenched in the real estate industry. I got into CAR, became one of the first WinForm certified inspectors for the California Association of Realtors. Then I got into NAR and became one of the first ePro certified trainers up here in Northern California. So I just love teaching technology. That's been my passion. That was my thing. So as a marketing guy and teaching technology for what was it? It was 14 years, 13 years. A company started seeking me out back then, and it was an inspection company. Inspection services. They did home, roof, termite inspections. And at the time, I met a lot of people. I've worked very closely with the boards, the real estate boards, a lot of real estate organizations over the years. So I got familiar with the industry and different aspects in the industry. But when the inspections industry came calling and they wanted to find a manager basically for the Bay Area region they were launching, my name popped up a few times. So I went and interviewed, talked with the owners. And it was awesome. I fell in love with it. And I was like, oh, this is great. They had some marketing stuff, helping with home inspections and termite inspections, roof inspections, and so I started getting into that. And once I got into the industry a couple years later, I was just like, oh, I love this. I love the termite side of things. It's very intensive. We do a lot of training. There's a lot of things that people just don't know and how much damage they cause to their homes. So we come out and we're like, we're home defense systems, to help protect your homes. So I really just fell in love with it, Charles. And I went down and got my California state license, became a state licensed termite inspector. And been working in the industry ever since. I noted there was a lot of different types of training and technology that I could do inside the industry. So I took a lot of courses, took a lot of classes. I became a certified mold inspector. I was doing mold training, mold classes. I started teaching classes out there about protecting your home and what's out there and what to look for, and going to all the office meetings and the real estate offices. And so just really absolutely fell in love with it. And I'm glad to be here, and right time, right place, type of deal. And timing is everything a lot of times. But yeah, that's how I got involved with it. And right now, now it's like, okay, this is what I do. This is my passion. And I love helping homeowners, especially first time home buyers. They're getting in their house, and it's like kids at candy stores. It could be overwhelming and stressful. But what we like to do is just take them step by step and walk through, show them stuff, how their house works, what to do, what to keep it, how to keep it safe, how to keep it protected. So I love that aspect of the job.
Awesome. Hey, it's a bit of a stretch and a bit of a leap to see you jump from the technology side into the on the ground, in the dirt side, learning and dealing with termite reports. So you are now with Taps Termites. So tell me a little bit about your guys' business and what you're doing with them. And I know you personally, so I know that you're doing inspections along with any other duties.
Right. So the beautiful thing about Taps is Tim and I, we've known each other forever, right? One of the owners of Taps, and he kind of mentored me when I first got into the business as well. I would always call him with questions, and hey, what's going on? I'm the type too that calls the board all the time, and hey, can we do this? Can we do that? What's going on with this? Or what's this all about? And I love going to all the training and all the classes, and Taps is a perfect fit. So I actually started out with a company that was based in Southern California, and Southern California and Northern California are night and day. So it's just completely different from each other. So I felt I needed to go here locally, and I partnered with another company here for a little bit, and that just kind of I say it was temporary until I came to Taps. So, and then me and Tim have been talking over the years, and it was just the right timing to come aboard. So once we come aboard, it was like a match made in heaven. So they're very been around since it's 50 years now in the industry, very knowledgeable. Grew up, their family and everybody grew up in the termite business, and coming and partnering together, it's been a match made in heaven, basically. But their philosophy is, we love to help clients protect their homes, and that's what we do. We actually have a nice marketing system in place. We have our actual applicators and our inspectors, our staff. Super friendly, super helpful. We just love talking. Communication's key in this industry. So talking all about it and walking customers through, that's what really makes us stand out. We hold your hand all the way through. We make sure you understand everything about the process, because there's quite a bit. There's really it's the inspection services part of things. And then you have the treatments, then you have the repairs, that all the damage it costs. You have the fumigation side of business. And then you have the ongoing maintenance for your house. So there's quite a bit to know and understand, and buying a house, as well as, better than anybody else, it could be very, very overwhelming for your clients. So we like to make sure we answer all the questions, walk them through, give them all the alternatives, a lot of green solutions today, a lot of non-chemical, right, type of stuff. What's the best for their situations, and every situation is different. And that's kind of the uniqueness of this business as well. Termites, fungus, rot, hits all homes. There's always something on a home, but every home's different. So it makes it a neat day-to-day business to be in, because, it's not the same. I'm not an office guy. I love being out in the field and working, right? So, yeah.
Well, that's awesome. And that is right. Every home is different. Hey, Larry Schneider, good morning. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate it. Let's see. Now, I wanted to find out, why should a person selling their home want to get it inspected for termites ahead of putting it on the market? Why is that a good idea?
Just knowing and understanding what's happening with your home, that's really why inspection started. There's you just don't know what you don't know as a homeowner. And a lot of times we run into homeowners that, oh, I've had a service, spraying every quarter or whatever, and they think their home's protected. Spraying is just kind of a certain, protects a little aspect of it, but it doesn't protect the whole home. When we get into an inspection services, there's really 5 elements of your home. There's the exterior, your garage, your interior, your attic, and your sub area. So kind of breaking down your home and getting a detailed and thorough inspection of your home will help you. It will enable you to know exactly what's going on with your home. And then you'll be able to make, educated choices on treatments, repairs, fixes, fumigations, what you want to do, negotiating with your clients, buyers and sellers negotiating what they want to do, that type of thing. So it really gives you a leg up to know what's going on with your home when you get inspections.
Awesome. Now, what can a person do ahead of time to make sure that you're able to go in and get your inspections done in a timely manner?
The biggest thing for us as inspectors is having the home ready for an inspection. So one thing that we need access. The biggest thing usually that we'll see out there is making sure that the access points are ready for us to go in and inspect. The access to the attic is a big one, the access to the sub area. So if you have your sub area access in a closet, or your attic access is in a closet, and you have a bunch of shelves and clothes and everything piled in the closet, sometimes it's just too much and they don't want to move it, so we have to do a further inspection. No one likes a further inspection because it just says, it's unknown what's going on in there. So to be prepared, have stuff, clear for us to go in. Sometimes you can't help, getting ready to move. You can't help, but your garage is full of stuff, stuff in boxes everywhere, and it's kind of chaotic sometimes. No problem. We understand that. So we're going to inspect every possible place that we can and everything that we can. We're going to tell you that usually the troubled areas, or if we see something of concern that might have adverse conditions in your house, then we'll ask you to move some stuff, or we might want to make sure we get in there a little bit better to inspect it and do that kind of stuff. But we understand, moving's a crazy process sometimes, and we're gonna keep you at ease and do the best that we can with what we're working with at the time.
Absolutely. So one of the things I would suggest, and I tell my clients all the time, when you are going to have your inspection, and if you are loaded with stuff in your garage, at least open up the walls so that you can get around and check the walls and check the foundation within the garage, and check to see if you've got any little hidden things that otherwise you wouldn't be able to see.
Right. Yeah, great point. Yes, yeah. Most termites like to crawl up the foundation walls. There's basically 2 types of termites in our area. We have the drywood termites. Those come from the outside, live in the trees, fences, and attack your house kind of from the top down. And then we have the subterranean termites, which live in the soil and attack your house from the bottom up. So they come from the soil. They come up to the actual foundation walls quite a bit. So if we have access to inspect the foundation walls, that's a big plus.
One of the things I've been told over the years, and I understand it, is that the Silicon Valley was basically built on top of orchards. So those termites are all around.
Right.
One of the worst things that we're going to get are the termites. They're here, and you have to expect it. No, yes, absolutely. I don't think I've ever had one home that said, well, there's no termites anywhere. There's nothing. It's all clear. There's usually always a small problem.
Usually something. Most homes have something. Yes, absolutely.
Hey, while you're doing those inspections, what's the strangest thing you've ever pulled from a house or found within a home?
Yeah, it's crazy sometimes. Some of the things that we see. A lot of times, and unfortunately, we see a lot of dead animals underneath houses. That's pretty common. Rodents mostly, but I can't tell you how many cats that I've actually seen down there. Possums. The other day we did a fumigation, and I went to do the cleanup underneath the house, and there was a skunk in there that looks like it got trapped under the tent. So that was smelling pretty bad. Sometimes too, we'll see crazy jacks underneath the house, kind of like just holding up a house that just should not be there. Not very sturdy at all, quite a bit. That's a big no-no. Wood on your dirt. We see a lot of wood on the dirt in sub areas. That's a big no-no because you get subterranean termites, just attacking that. They can actually sense when dirt's laying on the ground and as a food source for them. So they're going to come over and start attacking that and then hit the rest of your sub area. One time I saw a dead body in an attic, but it was fake. So, it's pretty realistic, but
oh my goodness, that would have ended my career right then.
Yeah, right. Yeah, for sure.
Hey, one of the things that I like to do is make sure that I go over the inspections with the homeowners. What do you guys do on that?
We absolutely love that. Yes, we request that if all possible, whether it's the seller selling the home or whether it's the buyers. So, seller selling the home always want to know, what's going on. So, I've had a lot of agents tell me, people don't give them a walkthrough or whatever, and that's crazy to me. So, at the end of the inspection, what we always do is we're going to do a walkthrough around the house and go over the findings that we just found. That way, if they have any questions whatsoever, it jars questions on them, they can ask us while we're there on the spot. Always ask your inspector questions. That's the best thing you can do. They're the ones that know exactly what's going on with your house. So don't be afraid to ask any questions. No question is a stupid question, right? So especially when it comes to what's going on with your house. So anytime we can have the buyers there, as well. If a lot of times we'll have inspections and no one's there, or the buyers can't make it. If that's the case, then have the buyers call us, right? Once they get the report and kind of look at it, sometimes these reports are confusing. Some companies' reports are really confusing. We try to make it very easy for them, to read and kind of understand, but there's always questions. So call us. If you're not there for the walkthrough, call us. If the buyers are out of town and they're coming in, at a later time or something, give us a call and then make a time. We can actually take you through the report. If you have more questions than over the phone, I'd be happy to go and meet you out at the house and just go over everything with you on what is in this report. What did we find for your house? So that's the best thing you can do is have the inspector take care of you and hold your hand through that.
Hey, awesome. Hey, how much time does it normally take you guys to do an inspection? Standard, let's say 2,000 square foot home.
Depending on the home itself, brand new homes, sometimes if it's on a slab, we all want to know what's going on with the homes. And even we've seen brand new homes, 2-3 years old, have some type of something, some kind of adverse conditions, but not much normally. So those inspections usually go faster, anywhere from an hour to hour and a half. A lot of times with the older homes, built in 1954, type of deal, got a sub area. Those homes, wood siding all around the house. During the inspection, we prod and we probe into your wood. We're the wood guys. It's actually called a wood destroying organism. So we look for all types of damage that can damage your wood. So wood siding homes take a little bit longer. We poke around, especially on the bottoms. That's usually where the termites attack or the rot happens and your wood siding starts tearing apart. All around your window trim, any type of trim, all around your roof eaves. We poke and prod to make sure what kind of activities happen in your house. Because a lot of times you have no idea. If you just go and you do a visual search and or a visual look at your house, and I always tell clients, every couple of years, take a walk around your house and look for chipping paint, look for, any signs of adverse conditions. The wood's all, looking funky or something, right? You see termite droppings, you see something. But you just don't know by looking visually at it. So that's why when you see a termite inspector, they usually have some type of prodding utility, a ski pole or a walking stick, something like that. And they're prodding and poking your wood because termites, the paint over your wood, it just holds the damage in. And so you can't tell until you actually poke it. And then all of a sudden, poof, it just explodes and all the termite, poop comes falling out from the wood. Yeah. So never a sign you like to see, but happens in most every home.
Hey, one of the things that I know about Taps Termite is that Tim Denner has been there for years and years and years with the family, and he's a great guy. What separates you guys from your competition?
It really comes down to we're in a service organization. We're in a service industry, right? we service the clients. So in any service industry, think about your waiters and waitresses, at restaurants kind of thing. Sometimes you get a good one, sometimes you don't, right? Better they are, the bigger the tip, right? What we like to do is really service our clients. That's what it really comes down to. Doing the best job possible. We keep educated. We go to all the, well, not this year, but when the world comes back after the pandemic, right? We go to all the events every year. We stay up to date with all the certifications that we can. We're required to get continuing education credits for our license. We are state licensed, so there's heavy duty criteria we have to follow to make sure we maintain the highest level of service according to the state of California and our structural pest control board. We are structural pest control, so if you have structural damage, that could really hurt you in the long run, right? So we strive for excellence in that area. Customer support. There's no better, I think, way to explain a service industry than what type of service you provide to your customers.
Great. Let's see. We've already answered a couple of these questions. Do you have various pricing levels, or is it all based on square footage, or are other things factored in, like a 2-story?
Great question. Yes. The pricing ranges usually are a starting point is the square footage. So a small house, small little, cottage or something like that will be less expensive from a larger house. Generally kind of 1,500, 2,000 square feet homes are the breaking point at that point, versus a 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 square foot house. So pricing is based on square footage. Also, if you have additional buildings or structures on your property, additional structures are usually an extra fee, except for a detached garage. So usually most basic inspections come with the home and the garage, whether it's attached or a detached garage. Adding other structures, other granny units, other built on buildings. We've done horse stables and large workshops, or giant barns, including that kind of stuff. There's generally an extra charge for those as well. So just so you're aware.
So on homes, and I've been now doing this for 13 years, one of the worst things that I see are attached overhangs and attached decks that are weathered so badly. And when can a homeowner decide, no, I don't want that inspected? Or if it's attached to the home, does it have to be inspected?
No, actually, it doesn't have to. I mean, we are the Structural Pest Control Board. So anything structural, the main house, we like to inspect with the house. However, we take our directives from the customer. So if we don't want to include a deck, we know they're gonna tear the deck down and just get rid of it. They can omit the deck. An attached shed, that type of stuff, an attached patio. We run into those where they're completely fungus damaged and rotted out. We'll put a note on the inspection. It was not included. They're going to be tearing that down, something to that effect. But no, we do not have to include everything that is attached to the house.
Okay. All right. That clears that up then. Hey, Catherine, I just wanted to say good morning to you. Thanks for joining us. I appreciate it. It's a cousin of mine. Glad we got some family involved.
Right.
Hey, Rob, what should they be looking for on the pest report?
The biggest thing is most of the pest reports you're going to see, a full, complete, detailed pest report, is broken down by sections, what they call sections. Sections, there's 2 primary sections. There's section 1 items. Those are all items that are active wood destroying issues currently. So termite infestations, whether it's drywood termites or subterranean termites. Any termite infestation is a section 1. Rot, any rot that you see on your wood, fungus damage, any of that type of stuff that's damaging your wood currently is called a section 1 item. So you'll see a section on the report that says section 1 items. The next section is section 2. Section 2 means it's items that have the potential to damage your wood, basically, or damage your home. Leaks. You see a lot of leaks plumbing leaks in the sub area. People just don't even know they have plumbing leaks because you don't go down in your sub area for years and years and years, right? So there could be a big water pool from a leak. Moisture in your sub area, leaks in your sub area can cause fungus damage, fungus growth, which will lead to fungus damage. Those are Section 2 items. Cracks in your stucco, big gaps and cracks that water can get into when it rains or rainy season is coming. You want to seal all your gaps and cracks around your home, around your windows, around your doors, those types of things. Big cracks in your stucco, water can seep in and start getting into your framing, and that could cause major damage where you have to rip out your stucco or your sheetrock inside, and start getting damaged, right? So those types of things are Section 2 items. And you want to make sure that you take care of those as well. Big one is cellulose debris in your sub area. So a lot of over the years, you have plumbers, you have people doing some different work, and they go down in your sub area and they leave all the scrap wood behind. So now you got pieces of 2x4s, 2x6s. Those are just sitting on the dirt for years. Here we go. The subterranean termites are going to know they're there. And can't tell you how many times we see them attacking the wood that's laying on your ground. So once they attack that wood, now they're in your sub area, and now they can reach the rest of your framing, subflooring, joists, in the house, and really start damaging your house.
Awesome. Hey, we have reached our 30 minutes, but I wanted just to check with you on one thing. Is there anything that I should have asked you that I didn't, or is there anything that you'd like to add on, Rob?
The biggest thing is when you buy your home, it's a really good practice to make sure you include every 3 to 5 years. Don't go more than 5 years without having your home inspected, because it takes a couple of years before a termite will get in, start their infestation, start hatching all their babies, right? Making all their babies, and then pretty soon you got thousands and tens of thousands of termites eating your home 24/7, and that can cause a lot of damage. There's $5 billion of damage, every year, right? If you don't know what's going on with your house, then you got to get an inspection. If you haven't had an inspection in the last 5 years, give us a call and schedule an inspection to see what's going on with your house. A little bit now, right? Over a couple of years, we can save you tens of thousands if you wait 10, 15 years, and then now you have all the damage and you got to replace all that damage. So that's the best thing you can do as a homeowner, is make sure you take care of your house, kind of like an oil change for your car, right?
Awesome. Awesome. Rob, I really want to thank you. We got together at the last minute, and I appreciate you coming on. And I've got Rob's information at the bottom there, or at least the information for Taps Termite. If people wanted to find you on social media, or what's the best way to get in touch with you, Rob?
Yes, absolutely. Do a search for me, Rob Bates, here in the Silicon Valley. There's about 500 of me, though. I did a search on Facebook, on Google one time, so I'm a rock star in Australia, but Rob at Taps Termite, just call Taps, they'll direct you to me. Another good thing too is Termites Eat Homes. If you go to the website Termites Eat Homes, we have a lot of great videos on there. They'll show you what kind of damage that the termites do. So good place to go and check out what they do for you. We also have a really good fumigation video on there on prepping your home for a fumigation. So we're here to help. We're here to serve. We're here to help protect your home from those pesky termites and other wood destroying, damaging organisms. So, give us a call. We're here to help.
Awesome. Rob, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Have a great day, and happy Veterans Day. And again, thank you for your service to our country. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Charles. Thank you. Thank you for having me. It's been great. Thank you so much. And thanks again. All right. You have a blessed day.
God bless you, brother. We'll see you soon.
Sounds good. Bye-bye.
Bye. And that is the end of our show. Again, this is Coachman on Real Estate. Our guest was Rob Bates. I hope that you found it informational, and he is one heck of a guy. And if you needed to reach out to a company, I couldn't suggest a company that would be any better than Taps Termite. The owner is awesome, and Rob is a terrific fellow. So thank you again for tuning in to Coachman on Real Estate. Have a great week. Oh, and next week, we are going to be having Jamie, the Solar Queen, and she is going to be talking about solar, especially needed in the Bay Area. Anyway, Everyone have a great week. And until next week, goodbye.